Good day, good people. This is Jamie, Dr. Jamie Marich, and I am here talking with my friend Erica Hornthal, who is a dance movement therapist. We connected on this social media thing in it's been well over a decade.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can't even remember. A long time ago.
I know it was
I think
before
it was Facebook then.
it was still Facebook, and it was before I did dancing mindfulness, and obviously our passion for dance and movement and getting that message of embracing dance and movement as part of trauma work is a lot of what united us.
Mhm.
And Erica is the author of Body Aware, which there's a poster for it behind, and also put out by North Atlantic Books, who currently publishes me. And happy day after Pub Day
Thank
on
you.
product, which is also put out by NAB, the Movement Therapy Deck. So first and foremost, tell us a little bit about how this project came to be.
Well, this project specifically actually came out of a need, I think for myself, but also for the community. So I live 3 miles down the road from Highland Park, Illinois,
Mhm.
which was unfortunately the site of a horrific tragedy on the 4th of July just a couple of years ago. And I myself was affected in a different way. Thankfully, my family was not at that specific parade, but we were waiting for our own just 3 miles away.
Mhm.
Same route, same road. And they evacuated us, didn't really tell us much. We go home and we're kind of under like a lockdown until, figuring out what's going on. Because I think they were afraid that whoever was on the rampage was heading to our town next.
Mhm.
And obviously that didn't happen, or it didn't end up playing out that way. But um, the next day, I feel like everybody leapt into action, and so as most healers do, rather than sitting in our own pain and discomfort, we rise to the occasion and we help the community process what's happening.
Mhm.
And so I remember sitting with myself, I was like, are you capable of this? Like, is this something that is this your trauma response? Or do you really want to help the community? Are you grounded enough that you can do that? And so the latter was true. I wasn't feeling triggered. I was just saddened and really upset, but I felt like I could be there for my community members. So I went to the local high school for this huge crisis counseling gathering where at the same time they were also, I think the FBI was there. They were starting to investigate things. It was a little chaotic. So I walked down this long hallway and they take us to this area where we're supposed to be seeing clients. I mean, there's like 100 therapists coming in and out. We're all traumatized in a sense. You could kind of feel, you could not kind of, you could feel the tension in the room.
Mhm.
And as clients or potential clients, right, people from the community are coming in, it was just so palpable and visible how embodied the trauma was, right? This is we know this, the body keeps the score, right? And there was no resource for them. Meanwhile, people were they were given boxes of markers, paper, coloring books, squishmallows up the wazoo,
Mhm.
but there was no physical resource. And I thought, gosh, I wish that I had something to add to that box. If
Mm.
you can't talk about it, move through it. Your
We
body
can't
is in freeze.
we can't put you in the box, right?
Right. I
Dance
can't
or
multiply myself.
right, right.
But how do I get people mobilizing through this trauma? Because I could see the freeze, I can see the flight, we can see the fawn, right? We can see the collapse, we could see the fight. And we just needed like almost like instruction. Just don't forget to be in your body, reconnect to your body, because in order to process trauma, we have to establish a secure connection back to the body.
Mhm.
And I went back to the publisher and I was like, what do you think about this?
Mhm.
And they thought, oh, I think you have something here. Let's see what
Yeah.
we can do. And that's long story. That's where it came from.
And I know decks have become very popular in recent years. A lot of authors have decks as companions with their work, but as somebody who has pulled cards in a variety of traditions over the years, oracle cards, etc., I think there's a lot to them. I also have a meditation reader that's connected to one of my books, and I think there's something very delightful about having bite-sized pieces
Yeah.
to really integrate practice. So I'm going to pull a card.
Great.
So opening up the box here. There's also a little handy dandy instructional book with some insights. I had a chance to read through that, which is beautiful. So, all right, I'm going to do, I'm not a shuffler. I don't know how to shuffle.
That's okay. And to be honest, there may be some that are a little hard for us to do how we're situated. So we'll just see what comes up.
I like to believe the modifying is always an option. Those things that
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
dissident. All right. 4, 7, 8 breathing. A lot of
Oh, there you go.
students really like this one. So,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to read it and then perhaps Erica and I can do it together.
Yeah.
So breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale deeply for a count of 8. I'm so glad you put this in here. Counts can be modified for your needs.
Yes. Honestly, as you were reading it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I could hold it for 7 right now.
Yeah. And I say that in a lot of my work, that holds that are too long can be too much for people who are new to breath work. So
Yeah.
yay for the modification. Be sure to exhale for longer than inhale. Repeat 5 times. And then there's a little teaching here about what it does. Not little. I mean, it's compact, which I like. I think it's very big knowledge. So this breathing technique activates the vagus nerve, which signals the rest and digest reflex by balancing the carbon dioxide and oxygen in the body. All right, so we're going to do the 5-time invitation. So in for 4, hold for 7, out for 8, but modify as you may need. I needed that. I want to keep going.
I was just thinking of that too. I was like, wow, I really was holding my breath much more than I realized, even though I'm feeling quite relaxed in the moment. So
I'm glad you include breath strategies here. Now, are the color codings different types of strategies?
yeah, ironic or not ironically, there that is not designated necessarily in the deck itself. So I will give you the background here that there's dance movement, there's sensory, there's groundwork or floor work, and then there's breath work. So those are delineated in the deck. The colors aren't though, but they're very easy to tell when you do them. Like you just picked a breath card, those are green.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. I'm glad you included breath cards in here. One of my quotes in the Dancing Mindfulness book is that breath is our life force dancing through us.
I think I put that in Body Aware because it was just so, I love that. I love that quote.
Because a lot of people have legitimate movement restrictions where accessing dance as we may know it or think about it may feel intimidating or not accessible for any reason. And as an invitation, I'll ask, can you think of your breath as a gateway to any dancing? And so I'm really delighted that you put breath in there. I was looking at this first one here that was just on top, rock with it. While sitting or standing, begin rocking your body side to side or front to back. Rocking is an early developmental rhythm used to soothe the nervous system. It releases endorphins and reduces stress. I'm having a little back pain today. So even as I'm doing this, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. I think in addition to it being a resource for people who are in trauma, it's also just another way to make movement accessible. How often are we seeing these somatic strategies online that are so intellectualized and so mind-based? And I'm like, just remember to tap into the rhythms that your body's already naturally doing, right? When we get nervous, we're kind of like, it's like, oh, can I slow that down? Can I sway side to side? Like, none of these they will feel unfamiliar because it's been a while since a lot of us have done some of these movements, but none of them are completely foreign. I think that's why they feel so good, because you're like, oh, coming back home. Oh my goodness. I did this when I was born. Like there's a recognition of, oh, something feels at home here. And that's ultimately what we need to be able to talk about or process our trauma. So yeah, they're meant to be simple, Some of them are a little bit wordier than others, but ideally you do it and then you have that in your toolbox forever.
Yes. And I personally like the spiritual angle we can put on these decks of like, let me pick what I'm supposed to have today. Because
Right.
I didn't know 4-7-8 breathing would have felt good for me this afternoon, because it's not a strategy I often use. I use other breath strategies, but it's like, yeah, I needed that, and it helped me to vary up the practice. Well, Erica, I've always enjoyed our conversations, our friendship, our connection. Erica and I actually have been together in person. It's not just an
Right. Yes.
even though it started that way. Erica has come on an annual retreat that I do twice to teach and offer her work. And I wish you best of luck and best wishes with the movement deck.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you too. So thank you for creating the space and the advocacy for all the work that you do.
No worries. Congratulations once again.
Thanks.